Hello. How do I start? Over the years, I've had many awful experiences when going to hospital. Lots of communication barriers and no provision of BSL interpreters. So many I could write a thick book about it. I'll give you one or two examples now. When my daughter was born, it was a complicated birth. It was our first time being pregnant and having a baby. Both my husband and I had no knowledge or understanding of what to expect. I was very nervous, and my husband was also nervous and panicking a bit, as I had to stay in hospital for about 2 weeks due to complications. One night while I was with my baby, I started to experience chest pains. I had no interpreter with me. I told the nurse I had pains in my chest, and the doctor examined me and realised I needed a blood transfusion. When they tried to explain it to me, I couldn't understand anything they were saying. What a blood transfusion meant or why I had to have one, nothing. I didn't want a blood transfusion. I asked them to please call my husband, which they did, and eventually they were able to get hold of him and tell him to come to the hospital right away. He rushed in about 2 o'clock in the morning. The doctor tried to explain it to him, but he didn't understand what was going on because of the medical jargon and got very distressed. There was a breakdown in communication. My husband can't sign and was getting very emotional and stressed. He was so emotional and distressed, as well as panicked, wanting to know if I was okay and what was happening, as he couldn't explain the situation to me. I think he was in pieces. The doctor was insistent I had to have the transfusion, and so we both signed the consent form. When they set it up and I saw what they were doing, then I realised what they'd been trying to explain for hours. Really, I didn't want a blood transfusion. I wanted to know why I needed one, if I could refuse it, or did I have to have it? I didn't have any options, and it felt like they'd forced it on me. I can't forget the experience. It was traumatising not understanding and not being able to disagree. I wanted to first understand why I needed it and how it would work. Why it was so important to have, rather than having it forced upon me. It was awful, and I feel very upset about it.